Well, howdy folks. As you all know why you're here, it's in the title and the description. This here's a shop tour. So this first little area is just my general storage, general shop tools, a little bit of a layout area, entryway from the house, cat castle. And I got it tarped off here by the door. It just cuts down on the dust that gets in the house. And we go through here. This is where the fun happens. Well, if we start over here, my portaband. Milwaukee portaband. Got the quick release table. I got a video up of that. Thanks again, Jeremy, from A Simple Little Life. He's just been a huge inspiration. A lot of help. I've got so many ideas from him and learned so much, and just grateful that his videos are out there. This here, that's my drill press. And I picked this drill press up for a steal. I got that for a whopping $50. Little air filtration system. I got it taped up, got some air filters on it, and runs and helps clean out the air, cut out on the dust. He's here. My metal cutting horizontal bandsaws. Two of them, you say? Yeah, I got two of them. So I bought this one here. I bought it brand new. I think I paid $3.50 for it. And the very next day, on the oh so wonderful Craigslist, found this guy for $50. I couldn't pass that up. So now I got two of them. And they both come in handy. Cruise over a little bit. We got some file storage. The grinder. I won't get into that too much. I just posted a video about it. You guys can check that out. Got dust filtration / belt catch. Simple belt storage. I need some new belts. Smaller drill press. This one, it runs just a little bit more accurately than the larger one. But I do find that since I got the larger one, I don't use this one as much. Small wheel attachment. I got a video up about that, I think. Didn't I post that? Plan for this thing is it's going to go full horizontal and just be a dedicated horizontal bandsaw for the small wheel attachment. And I just think it's a super handy idea. And I thought about adding a horizontal feature to the other grinder, but honestly, it just the mechanics of it were just too much, and I didn't feel like adding it, and having some wobble and the stability of that machine is key, and just wasn't what I wanted to do. So I didn't. So I'm going to dedicate this one to it. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Another workbench, general layout. This is where I do all the epoxying, clamping, drawing, scribbling, basic stuff you do on a table. This over here, this is probably where I spend most of my time in the shop. This is a sanding station, and hand sanding takes a lot of dedication, a lot of time, and I've got a video up about the vise and whatnot in the table actually, and just the stability and the rigidity of that table is really key. Saves you a lot of energy without having the flex in there. Cruise around here, and I've got some sandpaper storage. Works all right. I'm still trying to figure out a better system. It just ends up a mess. Like right now, I've got it all. I mean, look at that. That ain't right. I'm getting grit contamination and whatnot there, and I've got to figure something else out. I've got sandpaper in these drawers, and it's still just not. I don't know. It's not doing what I need it to do. There's the Dremel station, little Dremel stand, so I can whatever. I can move that around wherever I need to. Bench grinder, really handy to have in the shop. I know I've got the big old belt grinder over there, but having a bench grinder, just something you can kick on real quick to take a burr off or whatnot, is just handy to have. Now this guy over here, sitting in the corner, this is great for sharpening axes and axe heads. Really helps get that that rounded edge. You can just flow with the shapes of the axes. This was constructed by the U.S. Forest Service years ago and taken out of commission because, well, they're really dangerous. This is just a solid grinding disc, and it's set up so that you can put paper discs on top of this. And that's what I do most of the time. But again, super handy, but super dangerous. That wheel comes apart. I inspect it before use every time, but it runs super smooth, super flat, takes a lot of material off. Really handy to have. Welding station. Yeah. You see my welds. Super handy to have. The Delta Boss Spindle Sander. I've got the small wheel on the grinder, the belt grinder, and that's really great for the initial grinding up the blanks and whatnot, but just so far it doesn't, you end up with little chatter marks in there from the belt grinder, and I don't know if that might just be my use and whatnot. Some part of technique that I haven't quite figured out yet, but I'm still using the spindle sander to get nice clean inside edges on these finger wells. It really helps to get in there. Another shop filtration system, simple mock-up. It's just a table frame, and I've taped in some filters, and it's got a shop fan in there that blows out the bottom and sucks in dust. This here, that's my first drill press. I've broken the tensioning adjustment on the table, and she's got some really good wobble in her, and now it's a Kydex press, or a Rivet press, for doing Kydex. I haven't really gotten into too much yet, but it's there when I need it. This here, I picked this up for free on Craigslist, and this is Tumbler. Old farm construction. I don't even know what kind of motor it's running off there. It's some old refrigerator compressor motor or something like that. But it's got a nice lid here that it opens and closes. You can stick the material in there, and it actually does a really great job of tumbling. You throw that bad boy on real quick. You can just that's not plugged in. Let's try again. Look at that. Nothing fancy, but works great. Scariest tool in the shop. Table saw. I don't do a lot of woodwork, but it is really handy to have a table saw in your shop. I don't really use it for making knives. I guess I could use it for cutting blanks or something, but I've got the bandsaws for that. But still, very useful to have. But I give it a lot of respect, and I'm not afraid to say that tool scares me. Here's one of my newest acquisitions. This is a Genkin electric pottery kiln. Yeah, I'm gonna get tired of this number, but I picked that up for $50. Very lovely older couple. Got into pottery years ago, and it's been sitting in their garage for years now, unused, and they just wanted it out of the way. And so what I've done is constructed this pin controller box for it, and that allows me to digitally control my temperature for quenching. And so far I've only used it on one knife. this one's sitting over here, ever waiting for me to finish sanding it. But so far so good. It works great. You know, it takes a while to come up to temperature, but once it's there, it's stable, and just get really accurate heats. And you all know, or you might not all know, but just the accuracy, that precision is very helpful. Toolbox, yeah, just general tools, taps and whatnot, wrenches. This is one of those Craftsman 3-in-1 tables. You know, it's a rotating triangle there that allows me to rotate a number of tools. I only mounted the 2 tables on there because it gives me a nice work surface. It ends up being a catch-all storage surface, but I've got the disc sander down there, 12-inch, and you can't see it down there. Well, you can kind of see it down there. I've got a buffing wheel and a wire wheel. And those are handy tools to have in the shop as well. And yeah, safe space. You know, safe space. Kind of handy. They're not super rigid. You know, there's a lot of play in the table itself, and not super sturdy, but for what it is, oh, it's great. And yeah, a guy was giving that away on Craigslist. If you guys haven't caught on, I really like Craigslist. You can slowly work a shop up, keeping an eye out on Craigslist for deals and whatnot. So this is the shop. This is where I have my fun. You know, another time I'll have to take you outside so you can see the smith. Thanks again. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, go ahead, shoot me a line. You have a good day.